Aaron here. Last night I just had the pleasure / punishment of watching Kick-Ass 2. I went at 9:50, which was an awful time to see this movie. I will tell you why. Let me start this off by saying the Kick-Ass franchise is one of my favorite comic book franchises. Mark Millar, the original writer of Kick-Ass, is one of my favorite writers. He's written great books, Superior. He wrote Marvel Civil War. Great stuff. That said, he can make some shitty movies. Like, I don't know if you all remember the movie Wanted, but that was actually based off one of his comic books. And Mark Millar, before the movie came out, was like, oh yeah, Wanted's exactly like my comic book, straight from the comics. Other than, like, the overall theme and frames, it is nothing like the comic book. So, going into Kick-Ass 2, I should have been weary. But also, I saw Kick-Ass 1, which was pretty close to the comic book, with, like, 3 major changes. But I figured, it was just to translate better to movies, and that it would work better that way. Kick-Ass 2, the movie, is nothing like Kick-Ass 2, the book. Kick-Ass 2, the book, is gorgeous. It is a work of art. Kick-Ass 2, the movie, is a piece of crap. I'll go into why. Starting off with the movie. Movie starts off. Alright. If you didn't realize already, there's going to be spoilers in here. So, just bear with me. Spoilers for both the book and the movie. The movie starts off with Red Mist at home. And meanwhile, while Kick-Ass is training to become this vigilante and stuff with Hit Girl, Red Mist is with his mom, like, trying to plot his revenge. And then his mom dies in a tanning bed, which does not happen in the comic books. And actually, his mom, so far in Kick-Ass 3, plays a significant role. So, translating these two together, it just doesn't work. But yeah, his mom dies, and then going on, their butler dude starts putting together this evil team, which didn't happen in the comic books. In the comic books, it was more of Red Mist kind of going online, seeing who would recruit and who would join his evil force. And then he spent some time, like, in Europe or something, plotting his revenge against Kick-Ass. So, starting there, I was like, alright, this is going to be a little different. We'll see where this goes. As the movie goes on, they add a lot of elements from the Hit Girl comic books, which I thought was cool. I mean, they're really cool seeing Hit Girl deal with high school kids and the bitchiness of cattiness of high school girls. But then, dealing with them, they have her, like, deal with this, like, stupid One Direction video, which they spend, like, 4 minutes on of wasting my time. Like, oh, I'm soaked, I'm so wet, in One Direction. I was just like, really?
Let me just get one thing straight. No Kick-Ass and no One Direction combined, ever.
This is where you're going with this really emotional story. Meanwhile, in the whole Kick-Ass realm of things, they completely skip over, like, his dealing with becoming a vigilante, his deal with, the death of, Colonel Stars, which actually they made into one character, because it's, in the comic book, it's 2 people. It's Colonel Stars and Stripes, which is his, correct me if I'm wrong, it's his brother. And, Colonel Stars dies in the book. And the thing I hate the most about this movie, and, like, this will probably translate from everyone, is they toned it down so much. Anything with balls and grit, like, one of the most horrific scenes in the comic book is when they go into town, Red Mist and his gang, looking for Katie Doma, and they just kind of roll in, and then they see this group of kids playing, and they just shoot them up. Red Mist pulls out guns and just bam, 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 dead kids. And then breaks into Katie's house, rapes her, beats her up, and then they come out, cops are there, kills all the cops. Doesn't happen in the movie. In the movie, they change it to, like, Kick-Ass having this relationship with Night Bitch that never happens in the books, and then they go see Night Bitch, and then Red Mist tries to rape Night Bitch, but then he can't get it up or something like that. It becomes a stupid, like, penis joke when it's supposed to be this, like, gut-wrenching, like, ugh, like, what has this guy become? And there's no killing kids. They do kill the police officers, but it's all just Mother Russia just kind of being banned. And that was one factor I did like in the movie, is they did choose a good actress to play Mother Russia. And I wish I could have seen more of her and more fighting with her. But they're like, that's enough of that. We would rather spend more time on Hit Girl being bullied. Because there's this stupid scene where, like, she gets stranded out in, like, the audience. Another thing that I liked from the comic books, and I was actually waiting for in the movie, because, like, they're about to, like, kill Colonel Stars, and they're about to decapitate him, and in the comic book, they kill his dog, and then they put the dog's head on him, and they're like, Red Mist is dead, all hail the motherfucker, on the wall in Colonel Stars' blood. And it's just this gory, like, heartbreaking thing, and it cut it out of the movie. But this brings me to what I hated the most about the movie, is the ending. It just, as a movie, it didn't have a good ending. There was no moral to the story. Now, the way I interpreted the book is that the moral of the story is, because in the end of the book, Hit Girl gets arrested and thrown in jail. And the moral of that is that just because it's vigilante justice, just because people deserve to die, doesn't mean you can go and kill them. And that, like, at the end of Kick-Ass 2, they make very clear that Hit Girl is a murderer. She murders people. She decapitates them, slices them. You can't do that. And at the end of Kick-Ass the movie, they don't catch her. There's, like, one little cutscene where they're, like, looking through her bedroom as cops. But she just rides away and gets away on her motorcycle. And, like, legit, at the end of the movie, there's, like, this huge, where all the, Forever Justice people, Justice Forever people, they just legit go, oh, pound it, Justice Forever, woo! And that's the end. And they're like, we can never... Another thing I hate is they go, we can never do this again, guys. And then, not 2 minutes later, they're like, haha, I'm gonna get the bad guy with a baseball bat! Like, well, why did you say we can never do this again? Anyways, needless to say, I did not like Kick-Ass 2 the movie. I would save your money, read Kick-Ass 2 the book, because there's some really gorgeous movie, some awesome, gorgeous story. No, just... I suggest reading Kick-Ass 2 the book. There's some really gorgeous storytelling, gorgeous artwork by John Romita Jr. Mark Miller is really good storyteller, contrary to the shitty movies he lets be written about his books. So, yeah, go read that. This is my Aangry Aaron rant number 1.